Hello guys, Asher Rocks here, and today we're going to do a tier list of every brawler in Brawl Stars. Warning, this is going to be very controversial because I'm still a noob, and please don't roast me anywhere. I have different opinions, okay? So, also, guys, I will do a face reveal at 100 subscribers, so make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's get started. So, 8-Bit, I feel like, is a B tier. You know, there's nothing wrong with him besides that he's super slow. And, I feel like he's just mid, you know? B tier. Feels right. Amber, A tier. Only reason she's not S tier is because it takes forever for her regular attack to charge. So it's like you just have to camp in a bush until it's ready. And then if the enemy just gets out of the range, it's just useless. Ash, also B tier. I feel like he's just mid, you know? He's close range. He's a tank, which isn't great for the meta right now. And, you know, he's just a mid brawler. B is B tier. Well, for multiple reasons. First of all, she is a great sniper, except she only has one ammo point, so she can't spam sniper shots. And then also, she has really low health, so I feel like that puts her in the B tier instead of the A tier. Next, we got Barley, who's a C tier. I feel like he's just not good enough for his low health, his really low health. It's he's not good enough for it to be worth it to have that low health. Belle, A tier. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just good, you know? BB, C tier, because she's a close range brawler that knocks people back. I don't understand it. I'm sorry to BB mains out there. Maybe you can, change my perspective. But I just feel like her bubblegum is hard to aim, and it's kind of stupid that she knocks back when she's a close range character. Bo, B tier. He's just mid. It's kind of hard to hit his mines, but, someone will step on him. And, his regular is good. There's nothing wrong, so B tier. Bonnie, A tier. She's just really good, and she can catch you by surprise. She, snipes you with her cannon, and then she'll just, jump out at you and then just, destroy you. So, yeah, I feel like she's A tier. Brock, C tier. Because I feel like he should be on the same tier as Barley. They're very similar characteristics and stuff. So, same reasons. Barley's better, though. Bull, D tier. Yes, he has hypercharge, but, his regular attack isn't that good. And, his super is good, but it's not great. It would be so much better if his super stopped when he hit an enemy, so he could hit an enemy and then just spam his regular. But, he can't do that. He has to go to the end of the range, so that's why I put him D tier. Buster, D tier. The only reason is because of, how many nerfs he got and his slow reload speed, and it's just close range, not great. His bounce back shield is not great. He's just a kind of bad character overall. And he's a chromatic, so he's hard to get. So, Next up is Buzz, my first S tier. Now, I might be biased because he is my main. I'm a Buzz main, so I'm kind of biased, but I feel like he's just really good. He's kind of unstoppable in my opinion, and like, he'll use his super and his, like, super auto charges and stuff. So, yeah, that's good. Next is Byron, C tier. He just has too low health for him to be good. It's like Barley. Next we got Carl, and I feel like he's C tier because, like, his regular is long range, but his super is close range. But, like, yeah, he's good. I could change him to B tier. So, yeah. Next, we got Charlie, and this might be a little controversial, seeing that Kairos put her as like, third brawler or whatever. I'm going to put her D tier, actually. And the reason for this is because of her low health, and her super is really good, but her regular is really bad. Because it's like, it's not worth it if you use it at its full range, but if you use it close range, yes, you get infinite ammo, but she also doesn't have that much health. And, like, yes, her super is cracked, but they nerfed her star power that halves your health. So I just feel like she's D tier. Chester, A tier. The only reason he's not S tier is because all his super icons are confusing, but he's an overall good brawler. Chuck, A tier. I feel like he's a little hard to use. He's hard to master. That's why he's not S tier. But otherwise, he's a perfect brawler. Good choice to pick. Colt, B tier. You know, he's just kind of there. He's got his regular. He's got his super. He does his thing, but he's not great. He's mid, you know. Then we got Colette, also B tier. She's way better with her hypercharge, especially in Heist. But, like, in other game modes, she's about the same as she was. So, I'm saying she's mid. Cordelius, S tier. There's nothing that can stop Cordelius from being S tier. Like, yes, his range isn't that good, but his super is just broken. So, yeah. Next up, we got Crow, S tier. He's just unstoppable with his jumps and his poison daggers and his slowing gadget. He's just too good. I don't know what else to explain. Like, next we got Daryl. I'll put him B tier because he just feels mid, you know? He's got the double shotgun. He feels like almost a better version of Bull, in my opinion. So, I'm just going to put him B tier. Doug, now this one's definitely going to be controversial, but I'm putting Doug in the S tier. And the reason for that is because he can regenerate himself. And yeah, I know that is a noob thing to say. Like I said, I am a noob. So just, come on. I'm going to put Doug in the S tier. He can revive himself and teammates, and his regular attack heals teammates when he hits them. So I feel like he's just really good. Oh, and look at that. There's an ad for hot dogs right there. Perfect. Alright, Dynamite, B tier. He's just mid, you know, he does damage, he does what he needs to do. He's got those good star powers and gadgets and stuff. It's just that his health isn't that good. That's why he's not A tier or higher. And then we got Edgar. And I know this one's going to be controversial because Kairos put Edgar as the worst brawler in the game. But come on now. Edgar's not that bad. And I'm sorry to every competitive player, but I'm putting Edgar in the B tier. Because, like his gadget, he, like, charges his super faster. And then he'll, like, jump on you. And then I always forget that he actually heals himself with his regular attack. And I just feel like it's so good. And, like, yeah, I'm sorry to every competitive player that I just crushed their lives. But I'm putting Edgar B tier. Next, we got El Primo. I'm also putting him B tier. He kind of feels like the same as Edgar, just bigger range, but slower playstyle. So, you know, they're similar in that way. Ems is A tier, and, like, I know that's kind of a newbie thing to do, but, like, she slows people with her super, and then she'll just crush them with her hairspray. So I'm putting her A tier. Next we got Eve, and she's just kind of meh to me. I just feel like she's B tier, you know? I feel like she's nothing more, nothing less. Why is that glitching? Oh, wait. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I feel like Eve is just B tier. Next, we got Fang, and Fang is just an all-around S tier. You know, he'll, like, if he misses his regular, it'll turn into a sniper shot. He's cracked in Heist. He's just an all-around good brawler. There's really nothing you can do against him. Frank, and yes, this is probably the most noobiest thing I'm going to do in the video, but Frank is an A tier. And I know it takes him a while to use his attacks, but like his super, I can never defeat Frank's. I don't know if I'm just bad, but I feel like he's just good, you know? In my recent video, I unlocked him, and I try him out in a few games, and maybe you'll see how cracked he is. And then, yeah. Next, we got Gale, is a B tier. I feel like he is like the perfect B tier because he's just there, you know? Long range shots, knockback. He's not bad, he's not good. So, he's just B tier. Gene is also B tier. The only reason he's not A tier or higher is because he just doesn't have enough health. Like, he'll pull in someone from a bush and they'll turn out to be a Rosa or a Primo or an Edgar or something, and then you just die. So, plus you can never hit his super, even if, and then if you do, you'll like pull in a tank or something, so that's why he's B tier. Gray, now, I know a lot of you are not going to love this, but I'm going to put Gray in the D tier, and the reason for that is because I feel like if he had a close range attack like Edgar or Primo, he would be so much better. And the only reason for that is because my main strategy with Gray is to use my super to teleport behind enemies and then spam my attack. And if he had an attack like El Primo or Edgar, I feel like he would be much better. But that's just my opinion. Next, we have Griff. I feel like he's a B tier. You know, there's nothing wrong with him, but he's not the best, so B tier. Next, we have Grom. And so either I'm not great at throwers or Grom's just not that good, but I'm putting him in the D tier. I feel like he's hard to hit even with the extra bombs. He's just meh. Next, we got Gus, and Gus is a C tier. And the reason for that is because, you know, he's just a meh brawler, you know? Like, he doesn't have that much health. He doesn't do that much damage. He's only good in team modes. And, like, his super you can never hit. So, I'm putting him C tier. Next, we got Hank, and I don't think I need to explain this. He's just D tier. If you don't know, go check him out in game and you'll see what I mean. Jackie, A tier. I know this is also a newbie thing to do, but I love playing Jackie. She was my main before I got Buzz, and she just has a special place in my heart, if you know what I mean. So, I'm putting her A tier. Janet, S tier. She does too much damage to not be an S tier, and her bombs and all that, it's just too broken to not be S tier. So, yeah. Next, we got Jessie, who is a C tier, and the reason for that is because it takes a long time to charge her super, and, like, triple the amount to charge her hypercharge. So, like, yes, she has hypercharge, but it takes forever to charge, and it's like, you know, she can't really hit people that easy because she has such a skinny range. So, I say she's C tier. Next, we got Leon. He is an easy A tier. Why is... Oh, there it goes. Wait, what did I do? He is an easy A tier because he can turn invisible and then just sneak up on you. And it's just... You just die from there, you know? because he'll turn invisible and then he'll walk out of a bush and you'll be like, doo-doo-doo, I'm just walking. And then you just die to the Leon. So I feel like he's A tier, but he can't be more than that. Next, we got Lola. So Lola, I kind of overrate Lola because I just love her playstyle. But overall, I put Lola in A tier. The Shadow Clone is really useful in a lot of situations. And I feel like she's just an overall good brawler. Now, Lou, this is like the only brawler I agree with Kairos on. But he's S tier. And the best brawler, in my opinion. And the reason for that is because of his broken hypercharge. I don't want to take the time to explain it because I'm lazy, so go check him out in game and you'll see what I mean. His hypercharge is just so good. Okay, next we got Maisie, and I'm going to put her B tier because, like, it's kind of hard to hit her shots, and her super is not great because she's a sniper character or long-range character, and people need to be close to you for you to use your super, so she's just meh. Okay, now I know this is also going to be a controversial one, but I'm putting Mandy in the S tier. And, like, I'm sorry to people who don't like playing Mandy, but I am just, personally, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just really good at aiming in video games. So, you know, that's why I'm putting some close-range brawlers a little lower, like Bull and Buster. And I'm putting some long-range brawlers a little higher, like Janet and Mandy. So, you know, don't judge my opinion. I just love Mandy. She does a lot of damage, and I like her for that. Next, we got Max, and Max is a C tier. I feel like, you know, she's just there. Like, yeah, she can speed herself up, but that's it from her super. And yes, she has 4 ammo charge thingies, but still, she's just meh. Meg, A tier. Okay. Meg, A tier. Like, she just has so much health, and her attacks are good. They do damage, you know. She does what she needs to do. She gets the job done. She's a decent tank. So, you know, she's A tier. Mortis, B tier. He's just mid, you know, because he's a great brawler. He could be S tier or A tier, especially healing himself with his super. It's just that he has so many counters, so he's B tier. Mr. P, B tier. Like, yes, his super's really annoying, but the porters are kind of easy to kill, and so is the home base thing. And it's like, his regular isn't even that good. It's basically just Sprout's regular, so, except it doesn't go over walls. So, B tier. Next, we got Nani, also a B tier. Only reason she's not A tier is because of her low health, and it's hard to control Peep. So, like, sometimes I might just be bad at Nani, but, like, sometimes I'll just, like, ram into walls with Peep. And I'm like, bro, I was trying to kill this guy, and now I just rammed into a wall and did nothing. So, Nani mains out there, I'm sorry, you know. I could put her A tier higher if you know, really want me to. Next we have Nita. She just feels like she's just B tier. Like, there's nothing like good, nothing bad, you know. She's just B tier. Next we have Otis. He's an A tier because he can lock your weapons, and I feel like that's really good. He does a lot of damage. He locks your weapons. So, I think he's really good for that. Next up, we got Pam. And Pam is a C tier. I know I underrate a lot of support brawlers because I'm best in solo showdown. So, like, you know, Byron, Gus, and Pam, I kind of underrate them. Buster even. So, I kind of underrate them because I'm not great in, like, team modes besides duo showdown. And, like, so I just, you know, Pam, she's just a meh brawler, you know. And in solos, just, like, don't play her in solos. Like, I don't know what else to say. Her super does nothing. Pearl, A tier. you know, her super does so much damage, it destroys the environment. And then her regular is basically the same as Lola's. That's really what I love about Lola, so I gotta put Pearl A tier here. Next, we got Penny. And Penny is B tier. Also, for noobs out there, if you're wondering, pick Daryl over Penny. I think he's better. And also, people excited for day 15. You know, if you like close range, go with Edgar. If you like long range, go with Griff. But, you know. Yeah, so Penny, I feel like she's just there. Like, her cannon is kind of useless. It's kind of like Scrappy from Jessie. It, like, dies as soon as it gets on the field. Maybe it could fire off a few shots. But the shots are easy to dodge anyway, so I don't really see how she's that great. Next, we got Piper, and Piper is a clear A tier. Her shots do so much damage, and her bombs, it's like so fun. You're just like, hee 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 hee. You just, you know, it's fun to murder people in Brawl Stars. In Brawl Stars. Next, we got Poco, and again, I underrate support brawlers, so there we go, D tier. He doesn't do like any damage, and his super is basically useless in solos. I feel like, you know, he's just kind of bad. Oh boy, you people are going to roast me so hard for this one, but I'm putting Rico in the D tier. And it's probably because I'm terrible at him, but I feel like he's just a worse version of Colt. Like, yeah, he can bounce off walls, but, like, Colt can destroy them. And Colt does so much more damage. I feel like Rico is just kind of useless. Colt is so much better. Next, we got Rosa. And Rosa's also a D tier because she's close range and she's, like, not that fast. And she doesn't have any way to get people to go closer to her. You know how, like, El Primo and Edgar can jump to them, Daryl and Bull can charge to them. Like, all close range characters have some way to get close to people. Like, Frank has fast speed, Jackie can pull him in with her super. Frank has a gadget that'll pull him in. Buzz can latch onto them. But, like, Rosa just doesn't have that. So I feel like she's worse than all the other close range brawlers out there. Next, we got RT. And he's A tier because, like, he's kind of like Bell, where he's just, like, nothing bad about him. And he's just, you know, he's just good. You know? So I feel like he's a decent brawler to pick. But if you don't have Lou yet, definitely go with him. Mandy, Janet, Fang, of course, Cordelius, and Buzz. Those are obviously the best chromatic picks, but, you know, these ones, you know, Belle, Otis, Pearl, RT, you know, those are good picks. Next up, we got Ruffs. Again, I underrate support brawlers. Also, I'm terrible at Ruffs. He's a D tier. And, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I feel like nobody is a Ruffs main. And if you are a Ruffs main, I'm sorry, but, like, I feel like nobody is. And, because, like, he's just there. You know, his regular doesn't do that much damage. It's not great. It's hard to aim. And then his super, like, you can't hit enemies with it. Like, I know that's not the point, but the power-up is basically just a power cube from the showdown matches. So, I don't know. Next up, we got Sam. And in my opinion, the second worst brawler besides Hank, obviously. And so the reason why Sam is so bad, it's again like Rosa, where he's a close range brawler that has no way to get close to people, but he's like even closer than Rosa, and he doesn't even do that much damage, unlike Primo and Edgar. So I feel like he's just one of the worst brawlers. Next we got Sandy. Sandy is A tier. You know, he does damage, but his sandstorm is good, and you know he could sneak up on enemies pretty easily, but you know he's good. Next we got Shelly. I'm sorry to every pro player, but why is Shelly an S tier just because she got a speed buff and just because she's a good counter to tanks and just because she has a hypercharge. Like, that does not make her an S tier. It really does not. Sorry. But she's C tier. She's the starting brawler. She's not that good, okay? Get into your right mind, Kairos and all the other people. Okay, Spike, S tier. Wait, where did I just put him? Oh. Spike is S tier. He slows people with his super, and his regular does so much damage. It's like unstoppable. Sprout, and I'm not sure if this will be controversial or not, but Sprout is a D tier, and it's just because his regular, like, yeah, it's basically a worse version of Mr. P. I mean, a better version of Mr. P. It just doesn't do as much damage. It's just, and then his super, it's like his wall does almost nothing unless you want to troll your teammates. So I just feel like he's not that good. Next we got Squeak. Squeak is an S tier. Yeah, Squeak is an S tier because, like, he slows people and his bombs do so much damage and they stick to people. It's like, it's unfairly good. I feel like he's a top 5 brawler to me. Pretty sure I put my top 5 as Squeak number 5, Buzz number 4, Mandy number 3, Cordelius number 2, and Lou number 1. So yeah, then next up we got Stu, and it's been an endless debate for me between B tier or C tier for Stu, but ultimately I'm going to put him in the C tier. He is the best C tier out of all of these, but he's still a C tier. So yeah. And then Surge, B tier. By the way, if you guys are going to pick your first chromatic, choose Colette. She's the only one with hypercharge. She's just the best one in general. And then Surge is second, Gale is third. So Surge, he's good. He's mid-range. You know, he could jump over walls. He's got his upgrades. But, like, without his upgrades, he's just trash. And when you die, you lose all your upgrades. So he's okay, I guess. Next up, we got Tara. And Tara is a B tier. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like her and Maisie kind of fit together. Because, like, their supers are kind of similar. I feel like Tara's better. But, yeah. Next we got Tick. Tick is, what did I put him as? I think I put him as C tier, yeah. Tick is C tier. And, you know, he's just so annoying. I couldn't bring myself to put him A tier. But he is a pretty good brawler. It's pretty easy to kill his head, though, so I don't know. Now, Willow is B tier because, like, yes, she's good, but she, like, always misses her super. And, you know, her regular is kind of terrible. It's like a worse version of Barley. So, there you have it. All 73 brawlers ranked. Please don't roast me. Because, I know this is very controversial, and I know I'm a noob. Just, please don't roast me. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!